A very good morning, everybody. Today we are going to talk about the online platform which we are using for the different business sectors and how the different use of advanced technologies now we are implementing in different types of industries so that we can gain the benefit out of it. So let's dive deeper into how these different digital technologies is actually helping us out. Let's start with the basic to understand that how the evaluation of the business, specifically in respect of the modern age, is actually working. But before we are jumping into that, it is very important for us to understand that we have to look into how the traditional business is shifting toward the digital business model. So let me give you the basic idea. We have seen in the recent so many years there is a drastic shift specifically related from the traditional brick and mortar store to the digital one, and where we have seen there is a lot of proliferations of the internet, mobile devices and advanced technologies which are the reasons behind all those shifts. These shifts can be categorized into a different types of trends. Let's first understand what are those basic shift which is impacting the business unit. The very first in that is coming is the rise of the e-commerce. The e-commerce platform is basically transformed the goods and the services we try to brought and sold in a completely different way. Take the examples like for instance the Amazon, Alibaba, Shopify. They have capitalized this particular trend by offering the convenient online shopping experience to the consumer worldwide. Now we can order the different types of a product while sitting at any place, and the things become very easier for us. Another important shift which we are looking toward it, the remote work collaborations. Basically, if we look toward the advancement of the digital communication tools such as like the video conferencing, like the messaging apps, apart from that, the cloud-based collaboration platform, these all those platforms are helping us to go for a remote working, as well as they enable us for the geographically dispersed team to collaborate and work effectively together. Let's take the example of Zoom, Microsoft Teams. These are the few examples which we are now on the daily basis using in our day-to-day practice, and that create a lot of shift in the way we are working together. The third major shift is about the digital marketing dominance. If we look for the traditional advertising channels like print media, TV, and all those radio things, now there is a new era which is more talking about the social media, which are talking about the SEOs, the content marketing. Companies like Google, Facebook, HubSpot, they are providing a different types of tools and the platform for us where the company business can easily reach to their targeted audience. But along with that, there is a very important part, and that is the second pillar which we have to understand how these rapid technology advancements is actually shaping our business operations. So in that case, if we look toward the different technologies which are quite popular and now become the second name of any business units, those who are become the integrate part of that, the very first technology which we everybody heard of and quite popular is the artificial intelligence and the machine learning. Both these technologies has not only automate the process, but they are also analyzing the data from the various types of insight. They are also personalizing the customer experience. Companies just like the Google, IBM, Salesforce, all these companies are now at the forefront of the AI and machine learning innovations. Apart from that, the second major advancement of the technology which we see in the form of the Internet of Technology, and generally known as IoT. IoT devices is basically which helping us to connecting the objects through the help of the internet. We can easily do the remote monitoring. We can do the predictive maintenance. It is also helping us out in improving the efficiency company like the Siemens, Philips, Amazon, they all are using nowadays the IoT technology for their product and the services. Apart from that, cloud computing, which is quite popular among the business, because to save the different type of a data and the resources, companies are looking for that cloud storage. So this cloud computing allow the different businesses to access the computing resources on demand, as well as it help them to scale their business. It is quite flexible in nature as well as quite cost saving. So all those things are making the work styles quite easier for us. But the most important thing is we have to understand this all this digital transformation, how we can use it for our third pillar, that is for competitiveness and sustainability. So for that, we have there are 4 5 reasons behind that, why we have to use that. One is it definitely helping us to enhance the customer experience. Digital transformations is creating a seamless experience for our customers who are using the multiple touch points, and it also help us for making the customer loyal as well as enhancing their satisfaction, which is quite important nowadays. Another important aspect in that regard is it increase the operational efficiency, that improve the productivity. Third important thing which we look toward, how you can get the competitive advantages, a decision which is completely backed up by the data driven. So digital transformations allow the businesses to collect and analyze a vast amount of data so that they can take the decisions and the strategic planning, it would be easier for them. Another important reason behind is the agility and innovations. If we try to embrace the digital transformations, we have to quickly adapt the marketing dynamics. We have to look toward how we can seize the new opportunity, and we can stay ahead of the competition. So, in that, the most important part is the agility and looking toward the innovation. Another reason behind that is environmental and sustainability. Environment sustainability nowadays is helping you to reducing your people usage, optimizing the resource consumptions, as well as it is also minimizing the carbon emissions and the environmental impact. And everybody nowadays are focused, every business unit is focused toward the UN SDG 17 goals, which is quite important for us to follow. So all these things are taking us to the another part. Now let's go back to understand how these online platform is actually working on. But to basic to understand this thing, I've divided into three basic parts. First, we try to understand what are the various definitions of all those online platforms. Then slowly we move toward the examples of the popular online platforms. And then third, we try to understand the different characteristics to it. So the very first part is first why these online platforms are very important. So my dear listener, we have to understand that to create the digital ecosystem, it is very important for us to facilitate the interactions and the transactions between the different group of users. And that users and the stakeholder can be your businesses, your consumers, your third party service provider, or anything. So if you able to create a good coordination between them, then only you are able to work it. Now how you can do that? The simple is to create a very kind of integration optimizing network which can value and engage your consumers through it. Third important part is whatever you are doing, that should be data driven insight, right? Rather than talking generalized, we have to be take decisions which is based on the data analytics, which help us to understand the user behavior, their preferences, and their trend. So these are the basic characteristics we always have to keep in the mind when we are try to approach it. Apart from that, the major important thing is the how the advanced technology are the fueling the platform. As I just tell it, take a few examples, then I can give you the better idea. As we discussed before about the artificial intelligence, how it is enhancing your user experience, personalizations, and decision making. Let's take the example of the company like Netflix. So Netflix, by utilizing the AI algorithm, they try to analyze the user viewing habits, as well as they try to look for the preferences of the recommended personalized content. That definitely is leading to enhancing their user experience as well as user engagement, and ultimately fall under the enhancement of their sales. Another examples when we talk about this, the big data analytics, as this become a very buzzword where we try to leverage a vast amount of the data set to, for the predicting, analyzing, and the strategic insights. So let me give one of the fantastic examples here, like the company like Google. They are trying to utilize the big data analytics in to analyze the search queries, website traffics, as well as user interaction, so that they can improve the search engine algorithm and deliver more relevant search results. Now, along with that, the most important thing is we have to look toward how other technology like IoT can improve that part. If we specifically talk about the IoT, IoT is actually enabling the direct interaction. It is foster the innovations. It is also helping us for the enhancing the customer experience by securing the payment option as well as the real time customer support. So all those companies, either you can name it the Amazon or the Airbnb or the Uber, all these are working together with the help of the technologies like blockchain, IoTs, big data, so that they can actually work on toward enhancing the business performance. Now, another important part is which we have to look toward how you can benefit of utilizing this particular technology in enhancing your business. As I just mentioned that these technologies major important thing is it help you to increase your efficiency. How you can do that? Because it's very simple, because all those automation of the task and the processes are reducing your time and increasing the efficiency level, which is enhancing definitely your customer experience, your personalizations, as well as the seamless interaction. Now we have a lot of chatbots available in the market which are helping us to do all those different types of work. Along with that, you can use all those data driven decisions by using the big data, and all your data should be backed up by the data, and then you can do the accurate predictions, which is definitely helping you to gain the uh, a competitive advantage in that particular part. The another important thing is which is very important for us to understand is, are we facing any sort of a challenges when we are implementing this? The answer is definitely yes. When you talk about the technology, data privacy and security is the very important part which you have to keep in the mind. You have to ensure the compliance with the particular country regulations. You have to look toward how you are using the sensitive information, or most important thing is what is the demand of the industry and what you are teaching to the employee, are they matching or not? Are you fulfilling the gap between your employees and the industry demand? That gap fulfilling is very important. And the last important part is the integration of the complexity. How easily you are able to overcome the barrier, how easily you are able to integrate all these advanced technology into your system. So implementation is again the most important part. Apart from that, the another important thing is, will you able to use another types of a strategy for the successful implementations? So in that case, what you have to focus on, how the different types of a strategy you are using. One is the company vision and the strategies should be very clear, and it should be very aligned with what you try to achieve it. Collaborations and the partnership is definitely giving you the added advantage. You can collaborate with the other third party. And the last but not the least is how your company is focusing on the continuous learning and the adaptations about what is going on into the market. If all these things are working together, definitely it will help you out. Now, along with that, the last but not the least part is, will you really focusing on the future trend and opportunity? Now we are moving toward the more latest technology like the 5G technology, the quantum computers, the virtual technology. How much your company is all these technology advancement oriented? If you are really thinking about that, so that's very important to thing. That's all for this presentation. I hope you like the presentation.